in your clients and your customers as well. So I want to share some tips for you to help you save your time, your sanity, and even make some money. So as the holiday season is here, it's no longer approaching. And let me say this applies to really any holiday period, but this is a holiday season because it kicks off with fall festivities on to, from Halloween to Thanksgiving to all of the different holidays and parties in December, and then we roll into the new year. And you want to know these things I'm going to share with you so they can just save you time and headache and just stress. Okay. One, you can expect cancellations. People are literally clocking out. Mentally, they're clocking out. Physically, they're clocking out. They just want to be done with this year. So if you have appointments scheduled, do your best to confirm those appointments and remind people of their appointments with you. So if you are a coach, a consultant, a therapist, a dog walker, especially a photographer. If you are a photographer, you are super busy right now. You want to ensure that you are confirming appointments and not just by email. You may want to pick up the phone and call to confirm, get a verbal confirmation. You may even want to send a text message confirmation, but you need to make sure that people are reminded of their appointments, and if they need to reschedule, you do so quickly because they're just not paying attention to anything. People also want a release. So you're going to experience, if you haven't already, last minute requests. And these last minute requests show up in a way of like emergency. Like, hey, I need you to do this for me right now, or I need this right now before the year ends. Like, sometimes people are just in a tizzy because the end of the year has approached them so quickly and they might need a quick fix or quick solution. So, think about what services you have in which you can serve them. Now, let me say this as well. If you yourself have already clocked out, or if you have a date in which you are no longer working past, honor that. Honor that. If you said to yourself that, last Friday was your last work day of the year, or if you made a commitment to yourself to not take on any new projects, uphold that. Uphold that. Unless this is a client that you want to assist, maybe you add apply a rush fee or something like that. But understand that people are coming to you with their problems. Now, for me, I don't work best putting out fires. So before I commit, I do my best to fully assess what the client or the potential client needs me to fix. Because understand that everything you say yes to, every commitment that you make is going to take more time than you expect. And once you give your commitment of yes, you're going to do whatever that task is, understand that the client is expecting you to do that. They no longer care about it being the holidays. They no longer care about your holiday hours shifting or that you're not, they don't care about that. So if you're going to say yes and commit to last minute projects to put out people's fires, you need to understand and be clear if you have the capacity or not. Okay, so that's the second thing. The third thing is you have to understand that when the new year hits, people are going to be ready to rock and roll. There's just a burst of energy that people get on January 1. I I've been posting on social media. Um, Nothing changes on January 1, but the date on the calendar. But in the mind of your client, okay, January 1 or even 2026, the upcoming year is just a fresh start for them. You want to be ready. You want to be ready. And you need to have a process on how you are going to intake new clients, how you're going to onboard new clients, especially if you're not opening your doors at the beginning of the year. So if you're not opening like the first Monday of the new year, what are you doing for the people who are ready to get going? I literally was thinking about this yesterday, and I'm like, I wonder what Beyonce is gonna pop out with in January or February, because I just feel like every tech season, Beyonce releases a new product, a new song, or something. Now, granted, she just came off tour, but that doesn't mean a thing, okay? But are you ready for the New Year rush? And also note that people typically have more cash in at their disposal at the beginning of the year. So what you should already have your quarter one, actually your whole year, but you should have at least your quarter one planned out of the services and products that you're going to have available. Now, my service-based people, please listen to me and listen to me closely. You need to have some tangible objects ready for people to latch on to. So, if you are service based, typically you don't have as many products, but you need to have something. I like to call it the low hanging fruit. You need to have something available for people to buy, for people to purchase, for people to indulge in at the beginning of the year while you're still on break. Tiffany, what are you talking about? This could be you can do digital products. It could be a downloadable checklist. It could be a short guide or a handbook. And think about, how do you create this? I want you to think about the questions that you answer a lot. Think about what people need from you at the beginning of the year. Have something readily available that people can purchase from you right away, because you don't want to just start I suggest that you ease your way into the new year. You don't let your customers run your business. You have to manage your business. And so right now they're clocking out. They're forgetting their appointments. They're forgetting about you. If they haven't made contact with you yet, you're probably on their mind to talk to in 2026. But when they come ready, you need to meet them at their need. You need to meet them at their request. Not, I'll be back in the office next week. I'll be in the office 2 weeks later. You need to have your systems and your structure set up to bring them on, because people are ready to go. You have to, when you're in business, you have to understand and watch people's behavior and their energy. How are people feeling right now? How are they going to be feeling in January? How are they going to be feeling in February? And you want to make sure you are ready to get these new people, these new clients at the beginning of the year. Because as soon as the end of January hits and February comes, all of their excitement to build a perfect business or to have whatever they want starts to ease. I don't care what anyone says. There's nothing like that January 1 New Year energy. That's when you want to meet people at their peak, but you've got to be ready. Even if you're not in the office, even if you have not returned from the holidays. And this is why I always speak about systems and structure and automation, because your business should be running without you. And this is how you save your time, and this is how you make money around the clock. So, what do you need to do now? If you haven't done it, take some time to do it today. Take some time to do it this week. Outline how your business is going to be prepared to take in new clients at the top of the year. You want to meet their energy, you want to meet them at their peak, not yours. Okay. And that's why you need structure and systems and automation in place so that your business continues to grow. Like, my thing is, I don't want my business to operate based upon my mood. Like, the flow of your business should not be contingent upon your mood. I am not a person that likes to work every day. I am not a person who hits January 1 and I like to run a sprint. No, I like to ease into my year. I don't even think my body wakes up like I don't say I shut down, but I started to ease off early. In fact, every October, I start to like review my next year, right? And I really don't like getting into play until like mid January, sometimes February. By March, I'm ready to go. But that means that quarter one is almost over. Nevertheless, I'm not missing a beat in my business because things are set to flow. Okay? I hope this is making sense. Let me know if you have any questions. You can put those down in the comments. So, that was my third point that I want you all to be aware of. And so the holiday time is a great period also for you to have fun with your marketing. Um, this will save you time. I don't want you to think that you got to go out and rebrand your digital presence. You don't have to go out and do a whole shebang. Now, if it's time for you to rebrand and all those things, go for it. But I want you to look at your marketing. And I'm speaking specifically of your digital marketing. Do you truly enjoy what you're posting? That's one. Because there are times you can look at your content and be like, oh, this is not even interesting. And honestly, if it's not fun for you to post, it's not fun for other people to look at it. So, one, are you having fun with your digital content? If if your content is not appealing to you, if it's not light and fun and interesting for you, it may not be received in that manner as well. Get a colleague, family member that's very honest as well, and have him, her, or they assess your content. Ask them what they see and feel when they look at your content. And use the holidays to have fun. Um, on Instagram, carousels are winning. Video content will always win. Lighten up and truly enjoy the holidays. And though it's, you're posting on your business platforms, you too can show that humanist inside of you. You too can show how you have fun in your business. This is a great time to highlight your wins and understand that your content has to be about yourself. I mean, it has to be about your people, the people that you serve, your current clients, not just you. So, a lot of what I'm seeing online, especially in the captions, it's people talking about them. So, you're going to start seeing a lot of people recapping their 2025. Nobody cares about you. We don't care about what you personally have done unless it's showing impact, unless it's congruent to what you've been doing for others. And when I say people don't care, like they may like it, they may congratulate you, but that's about it. They scroll and keep going. What people remember is what you've done for others, the impact that you made for others. So start sharing your wins and results by way of what you've done for your clients this year. And then have some fun with your content. This is a great time for you to show what you do out of business. This is a great time for you to share how business you're a successful business owner by having a life outside of your business. Like give a great look at your content and make sure you're having fun with it. Make sure you're telling a story. Make sure that when people see your post, they can walk away with something for themselves and not it just being about you. And lastly, I want to share this to help you. And that is sometimes you need to do nothing but think. Take a step outside of your business and just think, assess. What went well this year? What were your wins? Where are your areas of improvement? Where have you been shrinking? What do you need to do that you've been afraid of? Who do you need to contact? What do you need to just get rid of? What do you need to simplify? Give yourself some time to think. This will save you money because it positions you as a planner. This positions you to be more structured. This positions you to think big so that you can really save your sanity and start making more money. And most times, especially if you're a service space, it's not about having a lot of clients, but it's about having quality clients. There are some people that I've encountered, they have 10, 15 clients a year, but because of what they offer, the value and impact of their offer, is attached to a price point that sustains them for the entire year. There are some people that may have one event, one workshop, two workshops a year, one conference a year, and they eat off of that the entire year. Now, of course, there are other things embedded in their conferences like workbooks, classes. They might have a team that facilitates different things for them. So don't think of it as you need to just collect a whole bunch of clients. No, it's about quality because you want to attract clients that you could serve with fidelity, right? And serve fully. But this goes into giving yourself time to think. When was the last time that you just sat in silence and truly reflected on your business? When was the last time that you looked to see, okay, what do I need to change, update? What must I do to take my business to its next level? What must I do for my business to, keep rolling and me not have to have my hands on everything and not have to do everything? This happens when you sit and you truly, truly reflect and think. The money comes in through thoughts and clarity. Chaos repels wealth. When things are disorganized and chaotic, you are not calling wealth into your business. You are not fully sustainable if you're just flying from the seat of your pants and doing what looks good at the moment, doing what's trending this week, doing what you see looks successful for other people. You have to run your own race. You've got to be clear about what works for you, what works for your style, and what works for the clients that you are served that you are called to serve. All right. This has been a great chat with you. My name is Tiffany Marshall of the System Suite, where we help entrepreneurs flow so they do not fold. Do visit us online at thesystemsuite.com and follow us on Instagram at the System Suite. I appreciate your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions. Talk to y'all later.